Hi there, my name's Gordon McCrory. I am the Happiness Guy, and this is a video on anger management of all things. Now, most people that know me, that have met me briefly, probably will find that I often hear that people think it's hard to believe that I can be angry, or that I would get angry, because when we meet someone else, they always get a good version of us, don't they? That's often the way of it. But it's the people behind the scenes that know us best, that know that, look, we've all got these other sides to us, and I think that's definitely, I think that's probably true for almost everybody. And for me, that behind the scenes guy can, if he's really tired, and perhaps maybe just get too much going on in his head, and yeah, those would be the main things, I guess. And if he hasn't done his meditation, and if he hasn't gone to the gym or whatever, there can be this thing inside where it can just explode out, and it's not nice, and we don't feel good when we do it, and it's speaking in a clipped, short manner to someone, or it's being overly harsh, or for me it doesn't tend to manifest as saying unkind things so much as saying things in an unkind way, but I think that's still pretty bad. So for me, I've decided that I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do very much of the whole anger thing. I would much rather be happiness, and I would much rather, and I feel more like that far more often, and calm and peace, and also love and and compassion and empathy, and I want to be more of that, a lot more of that, and I want to be, I think I do okay with that, but I want to do better, and I certainly want to be less anger, I want to be less frustration. I don't want to feel that. The reason I don't want to feel that, just coincidentally, is my dad had 3 heart attacks, my little brother has had 2 heart attacks, and I don't want to have, and then touch wood, who knows what will happen, but I don't want to have a heart attack. And I think anger, when they looked at the personality types, the type A's, they used to think, oh, they're the ones that are really going to get heart attacks. Not necessarily that I'm a type A anyway, but the thing that they discovered was it's not personality type A that'll have heart attacks, it's particularly type A's with a lot of anger. And I don't think I've got a lot of anger, but I guess I do have sometimes if I don't manage it well. So I've defined that I don't want to feel that particularly much, but equally so is then how do you not be angry, I think is a great question. And one of the reasons for shooting this video is I've had a number of clients recently. It's strange how these things happen in clusters. A number of clients, when I've said to them, how have you been feeling this week? They've said, I've been angry. I've been feeling the dominant emotion is I've been feeling angry. And I thought, well, that's interesting. So we started to dig into that, and I started doing a little bit of research on that. Now, I know that I do a few things to keep me leveled down nice and low and peaceful and calm and connected and all of that. Meditation is a brilliant thing for reducing the levels of stress, and equally so I do these treadmill sprints that are quite high intensity, and that I do them 2-3 times a week, and that I think also serves as quite a good way to keep anger down, or just going and doing some yoga stretching type things, also very good, and seeing friends, all of these things can help. But the one interesting one that came up recently, and I'm trying this just now, and I've got a few clients doing this too, for those that are that have a really fast-paced stressful life, and there might be, if you're on any heart medication or you get any concerns with your heart, I wouldn't do this. But otherwise, if not, if you feel you're healthy otherwise, then really cold showers might just be something that can take the edge off of your anger. Now, where this came from, I had a client mention it to me, but equally so, there was a time not so long ago where I felt like, and it sounds ridiculous, but I felt like my blood was boiling. And that's an expression, I know I'd heard it before, but I actually, when I was meditating, I thought, that's what that feels like. It feels like it's boiling. And then, as often as we're piecing these things together, something else happened. I was seeing someone to help me with getting my, in essence, a massage therapist and physiotherapist, who was helping me get my my muscles into less tension. And she said, I noticed that your skin's dry, and she was talking about, I think it's called Ayurvedic medicine, and how certain body types have certain personality types. And she said, are you really quick to anger? And I thought, that's interesting, kind of dry skin, quick to anger, possibly nonsense, of course, who knows, but I thought there might be something in it, and then I thought, people say with anger, calm down or cool down, you need to kind of go and cool down. I thought maybe anger's got a temperature. Now, if anger's got a temperature and anger's warm or hot, and this won't be true for everyone, because for some I think it actually can be cold, but for those that anger's got a hotness to it, then it's simply energy, it's physiology, it's inside us, and we can't feel that hotness if we're cold, or if we get, and in particular what I'm referring to, this one might be a bit of a rambling on video, apologies, but if we go for a really cold kind of this contrast shower where you step in and it takes your breath away and you hold it for as long as you can and then you step back out and you do it again, and you probably do that a few times, then I think that might help us reset the nervous system. I think that might, it certainly kind of cools us down. What it will do physiologically is it will take the blood away from the surface. So it's perhaps, if it's maybe going to kind of pull it away from the head if it's under the head, but equally so it's going to kind of cold water is going to pull the blood away from the limbs and bring it to the core. And why that might be useful is in fight, flight, freeze, which is the response that we have when something comes up that we need to fight. So therefore anger would promote this fight, flight, freeze, adrenaline, cortisol, ready to fight someone, kind of mentally or kind of, I guess, verbally or physically. Then that would involve a certain physiology. And if you haven't got that physiology, you won't be feeling it. So yeah, apologies if I'm rambling on an awful lot on this one, but I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on anger and temperature, and have you tried this kind of cold water therapy or not? I've been doing it. I've got a few clients having a go at it. I think it makes a difference. I think that's it. There is some scientific research to this. I haven't just thought, oh, I've made this up in my head. I don't think there's been a lot done on it, but I wonder if you do find that you're quick to temper, quick over the edge, going from here to really quickly, then how about trying, and as long as your health is good and your heart's good, then how about trying this cold shower thing, really cold, take your breath away once a day, every day, 7 days, and see if it makes any difference. I might be bonkers. I don't think I am, but yeah, this is one of my kind of stranger videos. Anyway, thank you for taking the time to listen to this. There are other things, of course, we can do with anger, but I just thought kind of this one's food for thought. What do you think? Let me know. Take care, and bye-bye.